Now, specifically, you advised to diversify across asset classes. The right route to invest in gold and silver would be buying an ETF.
Yes, absolutely. It's cost effective and tax effective. So that would be the best route for someone to participate in commodities.
People have also invested in thematic and sectoral funds. Now, what to do about that? Should you stop your SIPs in it and maybe just let the money be over there and maybe just divert that SIP into a purely diversified fund?
Yeah, that I would suggest. See, because most of the times in my experience, when I talk to a lot of investors, they don't really understand that sector or theme, or it's not that they are tracking it very closely. But most of the investments go there because maybe so many NFOs are coming in that space, or they've heard from their friends and close family that, oh, this sector looks good. So, which is where you would rather not have your SIPs in sectoral or thematics. It needs timing and it needs close monitoring. You would rather leave that to a diversified fund manager who is taking these sector calls on your behalf any which ways. So, if you have SIPs there, you can stop and go in for diversified funds alternatively. I'm not saying stop and sit on cash. Switch from a sector fund to a diversified fund.
Shweta, I can just keep asking you questions on various aspects as far as this topic is concerned, but then we really have to take a break and we have our viewer query section also waiting on the show. So let's take a quick break. And for all the viewers who are also concerned about their portfolio profits or maybe the performance of their funds, you can quickly WhatsApp us your queries, email us your queries, and we will get your portfolio queries answered by our expert. A quick break, and post that, let's connect with our viewers. Welcome back. It's time to answer our viewer queries, and I'm joined by Shweta Rajani, who will be helping our viewers today. And Rajesh Kannan from Bangalore wants to ask his question. Hi, Rajesh. Good evening.
Hello.
Rajesh. Hi,
Yeah.
good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to invest lump sum, 10 lakhs?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
For STP, yeah.
Okay. So I just
Yeah.
want to know what's the investment horizon, the time horizon?
It's a long term. It's already 7 years, I think. 7 years.
For 7 years at least. Do you have a current
7 years.
mutual fund
Yeah.
portfolio?
No, already this is I booked some profit that amount, right? I booked some profit from that mutual
Oh,
fund.
lovely. Okay. So you
Okay.
have
So
booked
this
profits and you want to invest that again in the markets. Okay, okay.
market again. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Okay, let's just help you out with this strategy. So, Shweta, interesting. But would you recommend to invest this money again in the market, or you would recommend him to just park this money? But the time horizon is 7 years. Maybe he can have like an hybrid approach. What do you think?
Yeah, Rajesh, I don't know what your overall asset allocation is, but I'm assuming you have, some debt in your portfolio as well. And this is just the money that came out of equity because of some profit booking that you've done. So, to my mind, if you are maintaining your asset allocation, then if this has come out of equity, it can go back into equity, and you can go in all now, because this was anyways there in equity for you. So it's just that you're going to be shifting from one scheme to maybe another scheme. So yeah, since it's 10 lakhs, I think what I would suggest, few schemes for you. I'm telling you a portfolio which would be spread across large, mid, small, and balanced across different styles. So what you can do is you can go in for a portfolio of Quant Active, ICICI Pru Dividend Yield Fund, HDFC Flexicap, DSP Equity Opportunities, and SBI Contra. So you'll get a good mix of large and mid kind of a portfolio.
All right, Rajesh, anything else you want to ask Shweta?
No, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
On and let's connect with Shravan Kumar from Coimbatore. He wants to ask his question live. Hi, good evening, Shravan. Thank you so much for sending us your question.
Good evening.
So we have the fund's name. Are you investing in these funds or you have just selected these funds?
Yeah, just selected this fund.
Okay. So what's going to be your investment amount and for how long are you planning to invest?
5 lakhs for 10 years.
What's the SIP amount?
A lump sum or SIP, both.
So you are doing lump
According to
sum
the-
and SIP also.
Yeah.
Okay. So lump sum is 5 lakhs.
Yeah.
5 lakhs in each fund or 5 lakhs in total divided into these funds?
Divided into these funds.
Okay. And what's going to be the SIP amount?
SIP 5,000.
5,000 each, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any specific corpus that you want to accumulate?
Yeah. Want to accumulate up to approximately 50 lakhs.
50 lakhs. Okay. All right, Shweta, we've got enough clarity now.
Absolutely. Saran, so I guess, you said a 5 lakh of lump sum and then a 5,000 per month of an SIP, if I heard you correctly. So, yeah, in terms of if your goal is 50 lakhs, maybe a 5% step up to the SIP could get you to your goal very easily. I also looked at the schemes that you've mentioned. While most of them looks good and you've tried to, have one from each category, get a large mid exposure. Just two recommendations that I had for you. See, you've picked up one dynamic asset allocation fund. Now, what happens is, I am assuming that you already have decided how much equity and how much debt you want at your overall portfolio level. So let's assume you decided I want to have 80% of equity. Now, within that 80% equity, you're picking up something which also has some debt, which may not meet your overall requirement of how much debt you wanted. So separately managing equity and debt can yield you a better result and get you more efficiency in the portfolio. So I would suggest not to invest in that dynamic asset allocation. Second, for your gold investment, you've gone in for a gold fund. Now, what would happen is gold fund generally has a higher expense ratio as compared to a gold ETF. So if you want a gold exposure, you'd rather go in for a gold ETF than the fund route. One or two other funds that you can add to your portfolio, I would say you go in for a Kotak Multicap and an SBI large and mid cap fund. The rest of the schemes you've chosen are fine.
And it's time up on the show as well. Thank you so much, Shweta, for taking time out for this interaction. And for all our viewers, I'm going to sign off, but going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.